Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. This video is going to be pretty much a book review slash book discussion in a sense. I'm going to share my opinion and I'm going to answer a few of the discussion questions. I want to give thanks to the urban librarian who pretty much gave me the idea of, freestyling, because not every book provides a book discussion. I love reading. Like, I am a bookworm, and when it comes to anything Ashley and Jaquavis, they are the king and queen duo in my opinion to urban fiction. So if you're into these type of videos, definitely subscribe to my channel for more videos like so. Particular book is The Streets Have No Queen. I've read The Streets Have No King a while ago. Like, I don't even remember when exactly I read the book, but I know that it was quite some time ago. Ashley, Jaquavis, come on, let me talk to you for a second. Do you guys mind that when you have a book to follow up with the sequel or the series or however you're gonna do it, the next book, sooner than later? Because it seems like I've read, or at least it feels like I've read The Streets Have No King a while ago. Y'all don't keep us waiting so long, and then y'all have books in between that. So I'm reading those books and then I'm trying to remember. I can't even tell you everything that happened in Streets Have No King because I've been reading so many other reads in between. Do us that favor, please, because I'm sure I'm not the only one that feel that way. And I'm gonna be so honest about this. I'm gonna have to give this book a rating of between 3.8 4 stars. Wait. Before you come for me, let me give you the pros and the cons of why I rated this book that rating. We're gonna start with the good, because like I say, all things good here on my channel. The book was very suspenseful. It was a quite interesting read. Never been disappointed when it comes to their reads, ever. Overall, the book was a pretty decent read. They did have some different twists and turns, as to be expected whenever I'm reading a Jaquavis read. When it comes to the cons of the book, there was a lot of grammatical errors, misspelled words, missing letters, and so forth. But that's not a big deal because I kind of like figured it out. Like, I could read it and be like, okay, that's what that meant. You know what I'm saying? So there wasn't a huge deal, but it did weigh in on the scoring. Was it just me, or was Fawn's baby mama called or named 2 different names in the book? Because I knew her to be Ella, but then it's like they made mention of somebody named Megan, Nay. So maybe it wasn't the baby mama, maybe it was some people that I did not know of. If you know who these people are that was mentioned, can y'all please clear it up for me? Because maybe I'm a little slow. I was very disappointed because this was a short read. And you know what, y'all? The funny thing is, I really had a hard time initially sitting down and keeping focus with the book. Like, it didn't suck me in like a good girdle. Not initially. And that ain't normal. That ain't normal for their reads. Once I started reading it and the ball started rolling, I'm like, okay. Another thing that really like bothered me was the cliffhangers. This my opinion, y'all, not yours. This mine. And you probably like, what? What you mean? It wasn't no cliffhangers. I understood everything wonderfully. Okay. So do you care to explain to me what happened to Dr. Ozzy, Oso, OC, however it go, and Fonz? Even though it seems like Fonz was the one who set everything up, it feels like Dr. O got the ball rolling. Did her and Bless plot this out together? How do they all tie in and connect with one another? How did they know that Red was connected to Fonz? As I was writing these things down to make mention in the video, I started doing conclusions of my own. I don't know where Dr. O came in at. All I know is that she know Bless did his whole research, so it all makes sense because he did a lot of research. So that's probably how he knew that Fonz had some type of connection with Red. It made it seem like initially in the story that Fonz just thought that this was gonna be a good lick, but then the twist came in where the job came from her So he was trying to set it up, or was this like, I'm just so fucking confused. So then my conclusions were, okay, so maybe Fonz was all for it because he knew that his sister was hurting. She was not happy that this man was, you know, potentially abusing her. So he was all down for it in hopes of getting rid of Red so that she could be freed. More so than, and not thinking that she would get hurt in the process, because I don't believe that anyone would set up intentionally their sister.
I don't know if I really made my questions clear enough. Basically, I want to know, was Dr. O in on the whole thing? Hint, that's why she had sexual encounters with him in the office to seduce him and whatnot. Or was she oblivious to the entire thing as well? And then based on my comprehension to the book, Fonz was oblivious to everything. And he just thought he had him a dub. Is that what really happened?
It kind of left me wanting more. It's like soon as the ball was like really rolling, and then it was like that, just instantly gone. Like how people just, somebody's here today, gone tomorrow, that type of thing. Like it was just here and then it was gone, it was done. And I'm like, what? Okay, I get it, but damn. And I just felt like something was missing. Bless made mention that he used bait to find. So was the bait Shauna's brother Fonz? I'm assuming. Or was the bait Dr. O? Or was it all in conjunction with each other? And what happened to him? What happened to them? He briefly found out about everybody in one night. And did anybody see that coming, that the accident that Red explained was going to be the accident that was the death of Les Queen? Like, I would have never ever guessed that, but I know that that is what Jaquavis and Ashley is all about when it comes to their stories. And they gave us some information, just enough. It was like just enough, but it wasn't, it was just to get you there, but it wasn't like, it made me want more. And I'm not used to that with their books, unless they were having a second part, which before I got hold of the discussion questions, I was like, will there be a part 3? That was my other question. But that is the reason why I gave the book a 3.8 rating. Now let's move on forward to the discussion questions, but I'm just gonna pick maybe 3 of them that I really connected with and answer those questions. So question number 1, if you were a cast director, who would you have play Red, Bliss, and Shauna? Okay, so let me start by saying that whenever I'm reading their books, I do not, per se, think of a specific person. When they explain their characters, it might not add that they're really good with explaining their characters so that you can tap into that visualization. So when I tap into it, it's like, okay, let's just say they said this tall, handsome, dark chocolate man. He had lips that was full and eyes that were hazel. Like, I immediately just start putting it all together as if description of some suspect. I just try to like put it together, but I don't specifically say, okay, this is gonna be such and such. So I'm just gonna make that clear. But when I read this, I was like, okay, so let me just see who would I think would be somebody like this. And when it comes to Red, because they talked about his body being toned and fit, talked about him being red and so forth, I just immediately started thinking about Benny from Have and the Have-Nots. When it comes to Shauna, I'm recently starting to see a lot of Tiana Taylor. I seen her play this hard role. I seen her be very submissive and gullible, emotional. Then I seen her play like the ghetto bitch. You know what I'm saying? So because I've seen her in so many different roles in a sense, I'm like, okay, that would be perfect. And she's body. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Bless, I always had a crush on Nas. I don't know why. I can't remember if they mentioned Bless being a dark-skinned man, because Nas is not that dark. When I thought about the hardcore, but then with the glasses and just laid back, and the looks can be deceiving type thing, like you would never know, you know what I'm saying? Because they like low-key, not too flashy, just chill to themselves. Like the description that they gave of Bless, like he pretty much just mind his own fucking business and loved on his woman, like I immediately just thought of him. I don't know why. He's one of those ones that can be toned down, but it can be turned all the way up. Number 2 is there is a point in the book where the author describes a man's kiss. He describes how a forehead kiss is more sensual than a vaginal one. Is this true. What feeling does the kiss give you when dealing with a partner? And I'm gonna say that is absolutely true. For me, a forehead kiss is all about connection, a deep connection, affection, comfort. Like, just imagine this. Close your eyes, visualize you and your dude or somebody that you really feeling pillow talking. So you in your pajamas, you in your little lingerie, whatever you got on, or nothing at all. Y'all very comfortable. Y'all laying down. Y'all having y'all Netflix and chill night. And then y'all pillow talking. He's resting his head on your lap and you're stroking his hair. If he ain't got no hair, his goddamn scalp. You massaging it and y'all talking. And then you just lean in and you give him a kiss on his forehead. And to me, that's like for assurance. Like, boo, I love you. I really care about you. This is mine. I feel so comfortable with you. Adoration, like I adore you. So I absolutely do believe that a kiss like that from a man or from a woman to a man symbolizes that love is in the air. Because a bitch can plant a kiss on your vajayjay and not even give two fucks about you. They got some nasty ones out there. Somebody actually planting a kiss on your forehead, that's not a random thing. Let me tell you, you can have some random head. Moving on along. This is gonna be my last one that I connected with, question I connected with, and it was number 4. Shauna was in love with the memory of a man and his potential more than a man she actually had. Men or women. Have you ever stayed in a relationship too long because of the potential or past history? Oh my God. That right there hit me so hard, like so a bitch sucker punched me in the face. A lot of the times I can't let go of certain people or a thing because I'm so stuck on what was, the infatuation of what could have been and not the reality of things. Like, I really picked this because I wanted to speak to you ladies. This is a whole new year and we leaving that behind. If somebody is showing you who they are right now, that's them. Please get over the facade of what they were, because I know the manipulation. I know how it goes, or I know when you're so stuck on in the beginning. There was a YouTube video, and I'm gonna have that link below, where some of the things that this man said in his video, I was just like, oh my God.
Preach, preacher.
And it was something like, you have to stop making things work that is clearly not meant to work. You can't make somebody be loyal or be something that you want them to be. Sometimes the person that you want most in your life is the person your life is best with. Some things are meant to happen but not necessarily meant to be. The more you can accept what is, the less you will be controlled by what was. Stay out your feelings, ladies. Don't lose yourself trying to fix something that's meant to stay broken. Don't continue to put life on hold for somebody who isn't holding on to you. Stop putting your hope into someone that's just gonna leave you hopeless. Who they once were is not who they are. What it was is not what it currently is. You're telling the person, I just miss how you was. And then some of them, they be boldly to say, well, that was then, or that ain't me no more. And as you starting to get your ass together so that you can move right along because you done got the insurance that you were looking for and you don't need nothing else, something happens. Maybe they may say something that may stroke you in a good way. Maybe they may do something that reminds you of what they once were, and then there you go once again falling back into that trap. I tell you, that's nothing but a narcissist. They realized that you were ready to get that shit together. Like, you told them what you wanted. They expressed to you that they were no longer interested in doing that, in my opinion, because if I say that was old and that's history and that's not them no more, then they clearly saying that they're not in the place of trying. And once they see you finding that little ounce of courage, they come right back in and they do what they know it is that you have been craving, that you're urging, that you're dying for. Because we're still in the fascination of what, but it ain't. It's 2020, it's time to escape that. This is what is, we're here. We're live in the moment. And if you're living in the moment and you realize, like, at this very moment, how is that treating you, or how is that female treating you, and it's not where it's at, then boo, that's what it is. I didn't want to make this video long. I took from this read, you cannot underestimate a bitch, because a lot of times the ones that you sleep on is the ones that be about that. So be careful, boo, who you prey on. because they just may be preying on you. I want to thank you so very much for watching this video. Until next time, later.